What's going on, my people? It's your boy Smooth Blaze, and I would like to welcome you once again to Play Your Cards Right, Financial Literacy, Session 4, Part 3. Now, before we get into the meat of this video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my page. Also, select all notification bell so you do not miss one video. Now, previously on last week, we discussed the importance of bidding. How can we bid, or how can we execute through our finances so that we can get to the outcome that we want? Now, for this week, do we need to go blind? Meaning, in the game of spades, if we so far behind, it may take us bidding 6, 7, 8 books. But in the game of life, are we attacking our debt with that same intensity? And the best way to define intensity will be a high degree of emotional excitement, depth of feeling. Now, as we understand and grasp the importance of this definition of intensity, I ask yourself this question. Does it destroy your peace knowing that you have debt that is unpaid? As you go through your finances and review all the things that you have to pay for and have to do, is your peace still intact? Now, I listen to a lot of guys throughout, YouTube and things of that nature, Facebook. They give a lot of financial advice. One person that we all may be familiar with is a person named Dave Ramsey, as he came up with the Total Moneymaker. And one thing that he actually always put out is how the importance of the debt snowball and what it does. And to really understand how to get out of debt in an effective and efficient way, this is a wonderful way to start. Now, he put together about 4 steps that will allow us to get through the snowball effect. Make sure you take time to get a pen and pad and write these things down. Step number 1, save $1,000 in your savings account. To most people, they think that's not enough. The importance of saving it allows you to see money in your account for a certain short-term emergency that you can use in order to stop yourself from using debt or credit cards to get over things. That's 1. Next will be step 2. Listing your debts smallest to largest, regardless of the interest rate. A lot of people tell you you need to iron up based on the interest rate. But honestly, if you're knocking out these debts that are smallest first, it builds the momentum to say, the interest rate don't really matter. Depending on how much you're putting down matters more than the interest rate. Step 3. Pay as much as possible on the smallest debt. And the reason why you do this is because, let's say you have your lowest debt is $500, and it might be a medical bill. And you decide to say, I'm gonna start off putting $300 down on it. For that first month, you knock that off, $300, right? So you go into that next month saying, all right, I'm gonna put down $200. Cool. The $200 will kill the rest of it, and you add $100 to the next smallest debt that you haven't paid off. So that's the importance of doing step by step to get yourself in a better situation. Step 4, repeat until each debt is paid in full. Now, let's start off again. Lowest debt was $500. First month, we put $300 down on it, meaning that it goes down to $200 for February, right? We're dealing with $200. So we put $300 down for the first month, right? So once that is out of the way, what we decide to do is put down $200 to get rid of that debt completely for the small, and then put the $100 towards the next small debt plus the minimum payment of what you're paying. And you keep doing that until you get that. And then as you build that same momentum, you'll eventually be at $500-600 where you're attacking each and every one of these debts, and you're getting your debts paid off faster than what you thought. And what this does overall is create a habit that allows you not only to have this same momentum to pay off debt, but having that same momentum to be able to save in the future. So make sure you write these 4 steps down. Step number 1, save $1,000. Step number 2, put your debts smallest to biggest. Step number 3, attack that smallest debt with great intensity until it's paid off, and go to the next one. Step 4, repeat this process until you're fully out of debt. So after grasping all this information and knowledge that Dave Ramsey has given us, I have 2 questions to ask you. Are you ready to get out of debt for your life? That's 1. And question number 2, if so, what are you willing to sacrifice? Meaning, there's going to be things where you might say you feel like you're missing out. There might be locations you don't go out. Your family might not go out to eat, or your family might spend more time cooking, or you might cut off your cable, or you might cut off your Netflix, or you might cut off your Hulu account, your Amazon Prime. You might cut off all these things just for a certain time to get yourself back in a better situation. So are you willing to make those sacrifices to get a better outcome? So as we close, I would like to thank you all for taking the time out to view my video. Shout out to my real subscribers from day 1. Shout out to my new subscribers that have just added me, and I appreciate the love and support. Just continue to pass this information on to people that may need it. But before we go, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my page. Also, do not forget that notification bell. And select all, because I promise you do not want to miss the next video. So before we leave, remember this phrase: we cannot control the hand that was dealt for us, but we can move with a purpose. I repeat, we cannot control the hand that was dealt for us, but we can move with a purpose. It's your boy, Smooth Blaze, and I'm signing out. Peace and love.